worldwide internet champion and the current and defending SPW Extreme Champion, the Psycho Shooter, Drake Younger.
I've been good about working out and trying to hit the gym and stuff like that. So
have to sample like cupcakes and all that stuff.
Well, and you know the thing is with something like that, it's like they want to give you food that like that's their best. Yeah. Because why wouldn't that be their best? You know, because they're going to be on TV. So and it's just like and then if you don't eat it, then like they feel insulted that you don't get to do it. Well, this is a good way to start it. I'm here with Drake Younger. I mean, I've been a huge fan of yours for a long time, and then I heard you, of course, I think a lot of people have been probably coming up to you about hearing you on the podcast with Cole Cabana, and then that was just like, I was like, you know what, yeah, I've seen him on posters around here in Northern California. Who knew you had such a background, and you don't stop working. I mean, sure. I mean, you're great. I see you on the Facebook, and you love your family. I know that's number one. I know that with you, but you love the business.
Mm-hmm. Very much so, and you know, I'm very grateful to be out here in the Golden State since relocating here about a little over a year ago. You know, I've had the opportunity to work at some great companies and work with some great talent that's kind of under the radar, so to speak, out here. And but it's really ignited my passion for the business even more so than before. And you're right, man. I do love the business. I love professional wrestling. It's taken me around the world on another man's dime, and I've gotten to see so much. And you know, for just a kid from Southern Indiana, man, I've done pretty all right.
Absolutely, you know, we get to see you in a lot of different promotions. But how's California been? Because I'm not. Were you before you got out here to live? Mm-hmm. Did you come out here to see what California had?
No, I just came on out. Several years ago, I had worked in. I'd flown out to LA and worked for a couple companies down there, but no, I actually, you know, remember the dates exactly. I did a 60-minute Ironman match in New Jersey with CZW with Sammy Callahan. Drove to Dayton, Ohio, dropped the guys off that were there, and I had flown my wife and daughter out a couple weeks prior, and I got our budget truck and the car dolly on the back with our stuff loaded in, and I just drove on out 2.5 days, 31 hours through this beautiful country of ours, just me and my lonesome and the radio. So came out here. Got here on July the 19th, and then 2 days later, I was in Reseda, California, wrestling for PWG, and that was make or break for me. And fortunate for me, myself and B-Boy, we went up there, we worked really hard, and we knocked it out of the park, and then things just took off ever since. So
and now you're working all the time. People are looking. I mean, of course, the internet, it's always buzzing about you, stuff like that. Do you aspire like to get to that point where you're that guy where, you know, I'm hearing podcasts from New York say, you know, I remember that wrestling match between Joey Ryan and Drake Younger. Is that cool to you still?
Of course it is. Absolutely, man. It very much is. That's what we all aspire, is to get our name out there and get recognized. And, you know, I've worked very hard to get where I'm at. And I've been fortunate enough to work with great talent who's also made me look good, you know, from all over the world, Japan, Germany, Mexico, Scotland, England, and all over the States. And what I'm really grateful for is that I get to wrestle all over California. You know, just last night I was in Los Angeles. Today we're here in Sacramento. Next week I'll be in Santa Clara, Hayward, and Stockton. And then the week after that I'll be in Hayward again, and then down to Hollywood for Championship Wrestling for Hollywood. And then, you know, the Central Coast and everywhere. So I get to see so much of this beautiful state that a lot of people who have lived here for years haven't even got to see. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, whenever people mention me or have me on their podcast, or, you know, talk about a favorite match of mine that is memorable to them, right, that warms my heart, man. It really does. It really does.
We got to talk about the Ryback incident that you had. That was great on SmackDown. I was watching SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, I know that guy. I'm taking a picture of that, and that was great. I mean, because you got to see, obviously, you get to see how the whole big guy works.
Oh,
but you took a bump But you've taken worse, but you still took one. How'd that feel?
Oh, man.
To be a part of all that day.
I tell you what, Alan, it was a really great experience for me. My one-day stagehand job came to a crashing halt. No, but in all seriousness, it was a great experience for me. I've always wanted to do something with WWE, and now that I've made a name for myself, you know, I was enough to be on the radar for them to bring me in as extra talent, and you know, doing the segment with Ryback was awesome. Getting to see how the behind the scenes thing, and oh, we're doing a pre-tape, and oh, we're doing this live for the crowd. Okay, we're live in 3, 2. You know what I mean? Just that whole thing, just seeing all the riders run around, and just all the changes that are happening, and the catering was awesome.
Oh, that's always good.
The catering was awesome, and then I got to see my friends too that I came up with on the Indies. You know, Dean Ambrose, Antonio Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, you know what I mean, Seth Rollins. It was great to see those guys too. I'm so happy for them, and I still keep in touch with Ambrose all the time. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I knew that I had a small window of opportunity to make about as much impact as I could. So I figured, hey, if I take this bump for Ryback about as nasty as I possibly can, then hey, at least it'll make some kind of noise.
It did,
and
you made noise. Literally
my head, yeah. But and I'm proud too because of where the Ryback character is now. I was a part of that evolution. You know, that's pretty cool. I got some pride in that. If they played a music video of the evolution of the Ryback character, I'd be in it.
Have to be. Absolutely,
it's pretty cool.
I look. You are on the Twitter. You're on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Absolutely, you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @DrakeYounger317. You can find me on Facebook under Drake Younger. There's some imposter accounts, so beware of those. I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You made it. And then I got to ask about this thing, the hashtag PMA. Am I saying it right?
Yes, sir. You're saying it right. PMA is positive mental attitude. That's what it's saying.
Yeah,
man. No matter what life throws at you, no matter where you're at in life, man. If you with the power of positive thinking, some hope, some faith, dude, the power of PMA, positive mental attitude, you can get through anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much,
luck out
Adam.
there, man.
Appreciate it.